Hello YouTube, Snowshoe here, and welcome to special presentation. This is Strange Antiquities. This is the demo. It was just released on June 5th. This was developed by Bad Viking, which is also the same dev that brought you Strange Horticulture. So a little bit about the game. Become the custodian of a store dealing in occult antiquities. Explore the quaint and gloomy town of Undermere, where strange going-on and dark mysteries abound. Find and identify arcane artifacts, use your collection to aid the townsfolk with their unusual problems, and remember to pet your cat. So, very excited to play the demo. Can't wait for the full release, but let's get into it. As a Thaumaturge's apprentice, there's a lot to learn. Every object must be treated with care, and it is important to identify the harmful from the harmless, the potent from the mild. It was only supposed to be a temporary agreement when Eli left the shop, Strange Antiquities, in my hands. None of us knew by then the pendulum was already swinging with a terrible certainty that could not be stopped. The ravens were an omen, a circling unkindness of black wings and cheerless cries that seemed, even then, to signal the start of a rising dread. Ooh, spooky! Day 1, Thursday. Arrow keys to navigate the shop. Oh, it's locked. Okay, so we can interact with all these things. We have a little potted plant. We have some weights. Some strange things that we'll get to know, I'm sure. Kitty! Pet the cat. Yeah, school kitties. Hello. Explore. I have some things down here. Ooh, big map. So this is Undermere, where we're at. And we have a whole bunch of locations. I'm not exactly sure how long the demo is. We are going to probably be able to explore a fraction of this. But still should be fun. Reminder, I've stored a couple of items in the cellar of the wine merchant next door. EW, which I'm sure is Eli? Put our notes away somewhere. Hello. On Thaumic fields. All Thaumic objects produce a field of sorts. Although invisible to the naked eye, they can be observed by placing an object over a Thaumic lens. A diurnic field pattern. Fields are not fully understood despite attempts to study them over the years. Okay. Doesn't appear that we have a lens yet. What do you do? Some kind of like a flower symbol thingy? Can we balance? Yeah, we have a plant over there and a plant over here. It's like a monkey's paw, but it has a ring on it. Oh! Okay, so left click to pick up, right click to inspect. Inner perception. I have nothing to remark. Scent and sound. I was expecting it to smell worse than it does. Touch. Leathery and bony, quite unpleasant. Hard and cool. Color and composition. Withered flesh, grim. Gold ring. A brass base with a polished wood. Or I guess a brass ring with polished wood. And then once you figure out what these are, you can label them. That way you can return to them for easy access. Down. Oh. Push the button. Okay. Phase of the moon, I guess? And then maybe we'll have to do something with time. Okay, well, let's get started. Eli White. Oh, that's EW. Eli White. I've been called away to assist in an urgent matter in Ravenglass and must leave at once. I am leaving the shop in your care, with some reluctance, I might add. Make use of my reference materials. Here, take this. Okie dokie. There's an index in the back that may be useful to you. If in doubt, study it carefully. And remember there are some powerful artifacts here. Under no circumstances should you seek entry to any locked doors, drawers, or cupboards. In fact, safest not to touch anything at all. I should be back in a few days. Okay, bye! I want to look at you. Strange Artifacts, a guide to the occult objects. Or a guide to occult objects. So we have all of these that we can look at. Let's look at one. Ethereal Key. Gives you a description. Some of them will have pictures to help. Index, referenced in, subject. Great. Context. Close to bulk. Okay. I'll put you away for now. Move you over here. Sorry, kitty. You have heterochromia. Congratulations. Today is the day you met the great Thomas Pope. That's me. I'm a man of two loves, fresh mountain air and a little white dog called Hamish. Hi, Tom. But I reserve some room for laughter among friends and shops with cats in them. Yeah. If you would be so kind, I'm looking for a replacement for my hunter's boon. Okay, so now we have to find out which of our relics is a hunter's boon. Inspect. Oops. Hunter's boon. A hunter's boon is a primitive item. They grant the power of the predator, enhancing perception and agility. They are made from trophies taken from slain beasts, with those of the deadliest predators being the most prized. They are simple items without embellishment. Okay. So we are trying to find a simple item without embellishment. So nothing fancy on it. But it also needs to be part of a predator. Oh, you have an exclamation point. The Thaumaturge. Eli White. Eli is a Thaumaturge, a collector and curator of powerful objects. Objects that to the untrained eye may appear dull and lifeless, but in the right hands and armed with the right knowledge, can be a gateway to so much more. For Eli, the quest to unearth and understand each new object has been the driving force of his adult life. As owner of strange antiquities, Eli is a stern master. He knows firsthand what can happen if the right precautions are not taken. He doesn't tend to show much emotion, but he does have a more tender side. A side that is mostly reserved for the store's cat, Jupiter. Okay, Kitty has a name. Visits day 1. Oh, and then it just recalls our conversation. The Devourer of Souls. Jupiter. Jupiter is the Thaumaturge's cat. Or more accurately, Ellie is Jupiter's Thaumaturge. Jupiter found strange antiquities, perhaps drawn to the curiosities within, and made it his home. Eli was more than happy to accommodate him, but he learned early on that Jupiter was his own master. His business is his own, but it largely consists of regular naps, terrorizing rodents, and midnight explorations of Undermere and beyond. What he does on his own excursions is a mystery, but he seems to be well known among the town residents. Okay. Jupiter. That's a good name for a cat. Those are weights. Are you a tooth? Yellow-brown, yellowy white color. Sensation of power. No scent or sound. Smooth but with hard ridges. And smooth. I'm gonna guess that it's this. It's simple. It's part of a predator. It's nothing ornate. Those look like twigs, not bones. That's too ornate. That's like a ring or something. Okay, let's try it. Yay! It's a tiger's tooth, trophy from a predator. Closer inspection gives a sensation of power. Yep, so it's important to read all the clues to make sure that you have the right object. And we have some new book content discovered. An Osik ring. Well, we can read that if we come to it. Add labels while inspecting. Yes. Here. Was the Hunter's Boon. And so color coding options, shape options, icons. Let's just do like necklaces will be red. Makes them easier to identify later on. I don't think that the shape matters, and that's a lot of weird symbols that I don't know yet. Those look like ancient Greek about the metals. I don't know any of those. And those look like runes. I've seen some of these in... Oh, these are like astrology? No, I don't know. These have come up in different games, but I don't think that we know enough about them, so I'm not going to worry about putting any on there. Next, Jack Hungerford. The nights are drawing in again. Dark shadows hide dark deeds, or so my father always used to say. Some, like the shadows, have grown darker since he passed 2 winters gone. A creeping dark has set up in my house. I'm told a shadow hold will draw it out. Okay, shadow hold it is. Shadow hold. A shadow hold or Shattuck vessel? Shattuck vessel? Is a container of any kind, sometimes a jar or a bottle or some sort of box. It can be used to contain an Oshadic spirit, manifestation known as creeping dark, pulling it from the shadows like poison from a wound. Decorated with an elaborate design called a shadow catcher. Okay. So some kind of an ornate pattern. And... oh, dark is shadow. Okay. So we need something like a bottle or... you're a bottle. Pearlescent blue glass. Cool and smooth, surprisingly warm. No scent or sound. Nothing to remark. Well, it doesn't have the, like, ornate design on it. What are you? Heart feels lighter. Raised detailing. Because this is like the symbol that we just saw, right? Let me make sure. Yeah. Yeah, it's got like the same... Wasn't the item I'm looking for. What? It was exactly the item. It had the exact pattern on it. Markings have been carved, spongy, made of clay, pungent. It did say a jar, a bottle, or a box. Jar, a bottle, or a box. So we have the jar, at least that has design on it. Here a box with a hole in it. Those are all locked up. And Eli said not to touch anything that's locked up. Okay, well, let's try this then. Okay. Shadow hold. Container of some kind, design same as the sketch. Well, I'm pretty sure that that was the same design, but okay. And now we have the sun bond. There is an auto-labeling option in the settings if adding labels by hand isn't your thing. Oh, that's fine. Shadow hold. Bottles will make blue. Good kitty. Yeah, good kitty. David Chauffeur. What's with all these ravens flying on about Undermere today? I can't remember even seeing anything like this. Not a good day to be the sort who believes in dark omens. A letter for you. Thank you. We discovered some papers in a hidden desk drawer in a boatyard last night. Mr. Jones almost threw them in the fire pit, but I asked to take a look at them first. That man does like to burn things. They look old. Maybe there's something of much use here, but I thought of you when I came across an entry on the Shin. Charlie Weathers. Okay. Can I drag you down here? So that was the boatyard. Here's number 8. Boatyard. Thursday, the boatyard. The yard has seen better days. A mess of broken and rotten timbers cover most of the outer space that isn't taken up by upturned boats. Slowly being claimed by the weeds, in the middle of all this, a man looks up from repairing a small rowing boat. You must be from strange Antiquities, he says with a smile. He takes me to the dilapidated office where 2 metal buckets collect drips of brown water and a thin window pane rattles with every footstep. He pulls a sheaf of brown paper out of the desk drawer and places them gently in my hand. A sleep vessel, And the other thing I think was the shin that they were talking about in the letter. Apparently as an afterthought and somewhat reluctantly, the man gives me something else as I'm leaving. I have no use for it, he says. Don't even know what it's for. Ooh, we got a new item. It's got some of those symbols on it. We'll put you here for now. Julia Braddock. Ah, Jupiter, we meet again. Our paths crossed late last night on Princess Street. We shared a moment before he slunk off into the dark. On important business, no doubt. Well, he is the devourer of souls. He has a lot to do. I wonder if you can help me. I'm visiting my grandmother later and I wanted to bring her something. She lives all alone on the edge of town, out on Clanbrook Road. I don't always manage to get out there as often as I'd like. I thought maybe a moon heart would bring her some comfort. One moon heart coming up. Moon heart is not here. Moonheart. Selenic Totem. Do we have that? We do. These carved totems, more commonly known as moonhearts, can be imbued with a sentiment or feeling of love or joy, held tightly to recall the same feeling. Sometimes feature crescent shapes, associated both with the Selenic and Gnostic disciplines. Indeed, the form of the item itself will often have a connection to either moon or night. Okay, so we need something that has some kind of depiction of the moon on it, and it needs to have a feeling of love or joy. And it's a carved totem. Carved totem. I don't think you're carved, right? It is wood. What's the... doesn't give any kind of a feeling. So I don't think that's going to be it. You are carved. And you're an owl. There was an owl in the picture. Wood. Polished. Overcome by a warm, loving emotion. Ah, that's gotta be it. Boom. Yeah. Selenic Totem. Carved owl with the night. Sealed crescent shape. Oh, I didn't even notice that. I just knew that the owl was in the picture because it was sitting on the tree. But yeah, I guess that's a moon rotated. And some more stuff. I'm not reading all the new stuff just because this is a demo and we're probably not going to get into those. But when the full game comes out, we'll definitely be reading every single page. Selenic Totem. Next, Edmund Bishop. The behavior of these ravens is disturbing to say the least. As a rule, they only come together to feed. Ravens are omnivores, carrion eaters mostly. They take anything that they can get their talons into. And they'll kill if necessary. I didn't plan on dropping in today, but there's something happening out there, and I'd like to know what. The voice of Cernunnos might help put me at ease, or it might do the opposite. newness. Okay. And if I'm misenunciating any of these things, I'm sorry, but these are some weird words that don't really come into my normal vocabulary. The voice of Cernunnos. Usually refers to any bronze torque, certainly that has certain imbued properties. With skill, such items can be used to read the patterns of nature, otherwise hidden to us. Cernunnos is a pagan god of the forest and nature, typically depicted as a man with antlers of a stag, often wearing or holding a torque. Well, that's a snake, so that's a torque. Oops. So it's something bronze and patterns of nature. Something bronze. Not really holding anything. What are you made of? You are made of bronze. You are made of bronze. Strong sense of being watched. You're also bronze. Engraved symbols, cool and smooth. A sense of crackling energy flickers at the depths of my mind. Okay, so 2 possibilities. He has this crescent shape, but he also has like a necklace. And I see the crescent shapes here, but also that necklace. What are you made of? You're gold. What are you made of? You're bronze. No inner perception. And texture. Well, this looks like the necklace the guy was wearing. Let's try this. Ooh. Okay. So the clues. This item is made of bronze. A similar looking item appears around the neck. Yep. Okay. So this does take some detective work. You gotta pay attention to all the clues and examine the photos, the pictures, sketches. Now we have the spirit eye. End of day. Well, let's label you voice of newness. And we'll just give you green since you're a necklace. No, you're actually a necklace, so we're going to give you red. Okay, end of day 1. What do we have? 17 days? The black mare thundered through the icy rain, shining wet in the silver moonlight. Her cloaked rider was exhausted, cold, and soaked to the bone. He knew he had not survived the night if he did not reach Backbarrow. Ooh. Oh, I'm drawing it. What are we drawing? Wee. Handcuffs? In a escaped prisoner ran northwest. He hid me in the first building he came to. Escaped prisoner ran northwest. He hid me in the first building he came to. Couple of items in the cellar of the wine merchant next door. Okay. Oh, they have strange horticulture here. Up here. Where are we? Strange Antiquities 29. Okay. Right. No. So we want to go next door. The proprietor, a Miss Cranmore, begrudgingly grants me access to the cellar when I explain I'm from Strange Antiquities next door. Yes, well, take the lot of them out of here, would you? I can't say no to Eli after all he's done for me. But I don't like the thought of those unnaturals in my cellar. Okay. Oh, we got some more items. Some kind of like obelisk with a moon. A necklace with some symbols. And a bottle. You can go here with the other one. You can go here with some more of the necklaces. Well, maybe up here. There's a little more room. And bottle can go with bottle. Actually, you should probably come over here, since you guys are both wooden carved things. It's just the demo. I won't go too crazy with organizing everything. Now, prisoner. Church, hospital, wood, lock house, boatyard, old jail. Okay. Station, the pit. The pit could be like a quarry, or it could be like throw them in the hole. Church, farm, yard, the eye. I don't know what the eye is. Okay, let's try old jail, number 10. And then he ran northwest. The dilapidated warehouse is dark and imposing, and the struggling flame of my lantern does little to pierce its depths. I slowly search through its contents with a sense of despair, wondering if I'm even in the right place at all, when suddenly, and unexpectedly, I uncover something of value. More relieved than elated, I take the trinket back to the shop for further study and a warm drink. What did we find? Ugh. Creepy talon holding a bloody rock, or a rock with something in it? I think you would be served better over there. Bottle can go up there. The ornithologist, studier of birds, Edmund Bishop, 14th Lord of Gleeston Castle, man of wealth and privilege, like the 13 before him. He is a man who would be easy to despise, as his father was, but he is well loved by those who know him. So you would be easy to despise, but you are well loved by those who know you. Now retired, he was a professor of ancient languages at the University of Cumbria. But his real passion is birds. Students learn to divert particular dense lectures on Latin declension by asking about local owl species or by quizzing the professor on interestingly exotic bird calls. Edmund was too happy to oblige. spending hours recounting stories of his adventures in Africa and New Zealand. Okay. Professor of Ancient Languages. That's a good person to know. May have to call on them if something comes up. Verona Green. Ah, well, that's just perfect. Undermere, fizzing with fear over these ravens, and Thaumaturge has left his apprentice in charge. Sorry, my dear, that was rude. Pay no attention to me. I'm an old lady who got out on the wrong side of the bed. These ravens have gotten under my skin is all. Please do let Eli know that I was looking for him next time you see him. Pass on my thanks for letting me borrow his copy of Hermetic Symbology. Sure, I'll let him know. Ooh, new book. Quentin Holmes. Hermetic Symbology. Thaumic Disciplines. 3 branches of Thaumaturge. Thaumaturge. Each of these is split into 2 disciplines, represented by the following symbols: celestial, diurnal, individual, selenic, dradic, diurnic, nautic, mentic, and wigs. Well, it's probably wixic. Not wizic. Wixic. Imbuements. Okay, so now we have definitions of all those. Insanity. I think that's... Isn't there the one that has like 3 protection and insanity? So it protects you from insanity? Elements. Okay. Materials. Ooh, urine. Elements. Bismuth, platinum, phosphorus, magnesium, potassium, zinc, arsenic, antimony. Metals. Yeah, okay. Seasons, weather, Wicca. Huh. Well, we'll see if that comes into play. Tess Sherwood. I feel paralyzed. I have no job, no partner, no friends, no prospects. I heard a horned shackle might be the answer. Well, I guess I could use one of those also. Horned shackle. Horned shackles are used to bring about change, bestowing the ability to overcome personal demons. Horns are rubbed between one's finger, causing them to become worn smooth over the years. This is an elaborate. So this is like a bull with a third eye. Bring about change, overcome personal demons. Horns are smooth. Oops. You have horns. Those are antlers. They're not horns. You have horns. They're definitely not smooth. We've already used you. You have horns. Okay, this is actually clay made to look like bone. It's got a gemstone. It fills me with a sense of foreboding. Well, I don't think that that is what we need then. Wood. Rough. And smooth. Okay, so that's good. Horns. Horns, horns, horns. Those were definitely smooth horns. Touch. Those are hard and rough. Okay, I'm gonna go with this guy. Yeah! Has horns, reveals the horns have been worn smooth. Yep. A Vestiger. You are a horn shackle? Okay. Next, David. You're like the postman, right? Yeah, you've got a little letter on your hat. At least the weather's looking a little better out there today. What do you have for me? Good day. You might be interested to hear that my plow overturned a strange-looking object. Come to the farm and it's yours for the right price. John Royston. Come to the farm. Okay. Greywick Farm. Come to the farm. Royston Farm. Okay, number 30. John Grizz, as I struggle to hide my obvious interest in the item he shows me. Any hope that he might not be fully aware of its value quickly evaporates, and after a lengthy negotiation, I reluctantly hand over the amount he originally asked for. Okay. Let's put you over here since you're like animal. I guess we can put you away. Next. Stanley Hume. I want an Ossic ring. Ossic. That's a pleasing word to hold on the tongue. Why are you speaking in parcel tongue? I want an Ossic ring. Ossic. That's a pleasing word to hold on the tongue. What did we undiscover? Occult scholar, Rona Green. Rona's been a consultant in Undermere for as long as the streets have had cobblestones and the churches have had bell towers. She is respected and feared, which she revels in. She is revered and admired, which she tolerates. Her knowledge of the occult world is second to none, and her expertise has steered the citizens of Undermere away from catastrophe on more than one occasion. The near misses of the Selenic Flame and the Woken Dendru are two such events that spring to mind. She's of the opinion that no problem is so great, no obstacle so insurmountable, that it can't be diminished by a properly brewed pot of tea. Alright, sorry, let's get your ring. Secret. These somewhat macabre objects, originally made as offerings to the goddess Korshin. The practice fell out of favor as belief waned. They're hard to come across now, but are occasionally sought out their ability to keep vermin at bay. Some say they can hear unearthly hiss when they hold a ring up to their ear. Okay, so braided or snake, some kind of necklace. Kind of reminds me of the Starbucks mermaid. We do have a ring, right? Is that what you are? no? You're just a thing. Has some evil quality to it. I do not like holding it. It's made of bone, but it is a ring. Hard and somewhat rough. A soft sound like a serpent's whisper emanates from... Oh, well. This has got to be it. I'll just go ahead and... This is how confident I am. Yeah, we'll make you yellow. Boom! Made of bone, satisfies the description of macabre. Closer inspection's hissing noise. Yeah, well. I wouldn't have considered made of bone as being macabre, but... definitely the hissing. A Holden Rim. Next, please. Daisy Winters. A friend of mine, or former friend, I should say, has been stealing jewelry from me. Well, that's not nice. 3 necklaces have gone missing over the past few weeks, including one that was a gift from my late grandmother. Not exactly sure what year this is. Do you have a suitable pendant that I could leave lying out for her to find that will teach her a lesson and make sure it never happens again? So instead of going to the authorities, you want to punish them? I will need to make a choice here. There are no wrong answers, but my decision will no doubt affect the events in motion outside my shop. Okay, so we can do a binding seed or the Zia. What is the difference? Binding seed. Items are made of 2 distinct materials representing the Mentic and the Wixic. The mind and the body. The winding path, the mind, described by spiral encompassing the body, the seed. Binding seed is a form of punishment that amplifies the feeling of guilt and shame. Labyrinth. Larger than life binding seal. Okay. And then what was the other one? Yeah. Worn about the neck to place them closer to the heart, these innocent-looking items instill a sense of fear and paranoia. They can be difficult to remove. Made of any single material except wood or clay. No symbol or other writings upon the surface. So we either do fear and paranoia or guilt and shame. Fear and paranoia. Guilt and shame. I think guilt and shame makes more sense. We want them to feel guilty and shameful for stealing. Mentic and Wixic. Mind and body. Spiral encompassing the seed. Okay. You are a spiral. Made of stone. But you're like all one thing. You don't encompass something. And you don't have any inner perception. Darkness, untold fears inside. Iron and bronze. That might be the other one. Oops, sorry. I didn't want to be here. Here's Spiral. I don't like how it makes me feel. Rough and gnarled, cool and smooth. And it is U. That other labyrinth was the U labyrinth. And it's a spiral holding a seed. But it also said that this was beta of U. But there's no like spiral or seed. Let's try this one. That was one of them. Finding seed. 2 materials. Oh, it did say wood and stone. Okay. So the other one would not have been correct. Features spiral surrounding a seed. Cool. Shield charm. So you are the binding seed. Oh, but your necklace. Kitty. Emmett Burrows. They found a man just now in a house. In that house where all the ravens were. I wish I hadn't seen, but I did. He was sheet white, but his eyes are going to give me nightmares. All black they were. It was like he weren't there anymore. I don't need to wait around for another sign. Taking my family to Sedbur. I'll be taking Libula to see us safely through. Libula? Let's just say Libula. Libulae are purported to offer reassurance in times of upheaval and change. Not held in high regard by most scholars. That being said, an imbuement of wisdom shows that the Libula is not merely decorative. There are power and symbology as well as the old Thaumaturges knew well. So we need like a symbology of wisdom and change? Wisdom and change. Wisdom. Okay, so something with that symbol on it, maybe? Oh, well that has it right in the middle. Alright, that's our number 1 contender. It's protection and insanity. Protection. Okay, we'll try that one. Hey! There's the symbol of wisdom. That was Labula. End of day. Jupiter. We get one more day in the demo? No. Okay. A lot more to uncover in the full version of the game. More gameplay elements to discover. We won't spoil for you here. More secrets to unearth. Sinister plot involving ancient deities, dark articles, and a meddlesome priest that will lead to one of several unique endings. Okay, well, thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Leave a like if you liked it. Feel free to subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything and it helps me out a bunch. Leave a comment and let me know. Are you looking forward to this? I sure am. Seems like a lot of fun. So I hope you want to see it on my channel. And with that, I will see you in the next one. Bye!